of the Mount St. Helens eruption in 1980.
Driven by atmospheric winds, material from Mount Pinatubo circles the globe within weeks. It will remain in the atmosphere for years, filtering out enough sunlight to reduce average global temperatures for more than a full degree for up to 5 years. For the Filipinos, however, there are immediate problems to deal with. Three weeks after the eruption, the number of people displaced by Pinatubo is put at 250,000. 4 months later, 200,000 are still in evacuation centers. Their return home complicated by the problem of volcanic mud flows, or lahar. The damage at Clark was so extensive, the Air Force decided not to rebuild the base.
Hear the sound of the fatherless crying. Who will go for us? Who will shout to the corners of the earth that Christ is King?
In the north were being affected with a terrible disease. It will touch the skin, the flesh, and the bones.
Hear the sound of the nations calling. Hear the sound of the fatherless crying. Who will go for us? Who will go for us?
Nagkaroon ng milagro, Mike. Dininig yung panalangin ng maraming Pilipino nang nasa itaas. Mga siyentipiko man tila naniniwala sa pag-aadya na may kapal sa pagbaba ng lakas ng bagyong Ruby. Mula sa 215 kilometers per hour, naging 195 kilometers per hour ang lakas ng bagyo.
Habang tumatagal, lalong hihina siya. So we would expect that it will weaken until landfall, until even after landfall, hanggang mag-exit siya. So hindi na siya magiging super typhoon. Baka ito na yung pagdadasal ng lahat ng Pilipino.
Dumped over 300 millimeters of rain in the Philippines before tearing through the South China Sea on its way to Hong Kong. According to scientists, the heavy rain and harsh winds brought by the region's infamously strong storms, coupled with the constant waves and rising sea levels, pose a serious threat to China's buildings, which were constructed on fragile, damaged reefs. China has repaired the damaged section, but it remains to be seen how long the structures will be able to withstand nature's fury.
We speak to nations.
Isang bagyo at isang low pressure area ang nagpapaulan ngayon sa ating bansa.
At yung lakas niya yan, yun ang magiging dahilan upang yung low pressure area rito higupin nitong bagyong Paulo habang ito ay kumikilos patungo naman ng Southern Island.
Tama ho ba, mas mabuti na mahina itong LPA dito sa left of the map, no, ng inyo pong mapa? Kasi pag malakas yan, at kung mahina po yung LPA, hinigop siya nung bagyo, nitong si Paulo. Pag malakas po itong LPA, baka hilain niya, papalapit sa lupa. So sa ngayon, things are looking okay.
Makikita natin dito sa satellite image nito na itong kaulapan na ito, masa na kulay pula, ito po yung kaulapan ng bagyong Sikedan. Ang sentro po niya banda rito, pero makikita natin dahil po dun sa wind shear, ito po ay ang mga kaulapan po ay mas nandito po sa bandang southwestern part po ng bagyo at wala po masyado sa taas.
Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever.
The better news is that we have designed a brand new city to be the nucleus of this economic renaissance. Less than 1 hour from the capital, Manila, straddled by hills and blessed with tropical climate all year long. We are building the city of the future, a landmark development twice the size of Manhattan. Originally developed by the Americans for its secure and strategic location in Asia Pacific, Clark is being transformed into a disaster-resilient metropolis that will be competitive and attractive to a global market. It will consist of 4 main districts. The Clark Freeport Zone, an existing mixed-use complex established in the 90s. Clark Global City, which will serve as the primary business district. And New Clark City, which will house satellite government offices and a first-class sports village. This ensures that travel will be comfortable, while trade is seamless. A city unmatched in connectivity, with access to world-class highways that may someday find itself among the great cities of the world. Built for business, so that time is always well spent.
This is one of the easiest places to grow your business in terms of quality Italian. And then the third is it is incredibly resilient to natural disasters, which makes your risk of loss of productivity very low. We consider ourselves like the BGC of the North. The big key difference, I would say, is sustainability and connectivity. So our transportation solutions, you can go right now, every 15 minutes there's a free bus service, Clark Global City Bus, throughout our city. It's connected by train, it's connected by highway. You can fly and be on site in 10 minutes. This is one of the fastest growing airports in the entire world. It's grown by 60 or 70% per year. Those are features that you won't get in BGC and you won't get in other regional cities.
Clark's strategic location and connectivity infrastructure makes it a viable, if not better, alternative to Metro Manila's traffic congestion. And this is expected to happen in the new Clark City, a new economic center north of the capital.
New Clark City is part of the Clark Special Economic Zone. It's approximately 32,000 hectares. To put that in perspective, that's about half of Metro Manila. And New Clark City is the next frontier of development in this area. It is envisioned to be the first green, smart, and completely resilient city in the country.
The new Clark City will eventually become the center of governance through the planned National Government Administrative Center.
You cannot just develop a large tract of land just like that. You have to have something that would catalyze. I want to call this the Queen Bee, no? Where the Queen Bee is, which is the government, the soldiers of the bees will follow, and that's the private sector. Based on our rough estimation, 2 million person trips a day will be out of the system in Metro Manila if only, government only, will transfer there.
Part of the entire requirement that we believe organic to this city is the philosophy of the Bahay Kubo. Right now, we are just modernizing that same approach. And these are the architecture of the SEA Games, the architecture of the government buildings, the architecture of the houses for the athletes and the government employees.
The National Government Administrative Center will be developed as one of the most resilient infrastructure in the new Clark City.
The type of green that they're putting in the ground, that's very important.